Good morning everybody. Let us now start the class. This is ALCHEMY'S English Language Testing Systems, and as earlier told to you that in this session we would be discussing and trying to know more about prepositions. So I have just written on the board for your immediate response. This is prepositions. Prepositions are the very basis of learning English. They are meaningful hinges that establish a relationship between one linguistic and another and hold them in proper balance. Considering the importance, we may classify in two types to understand in an easy way. That is, these prepositions we are classifying into two types to understand in an easy way. Okay. Which ALTS also agrees. We have also experimented, we have been coaching to students. So, to understand easily, we have made these prepositions into two sections or two classes, or we have classified it. One is time prepositions, and the other one is non-time prepositions. Time prepositions means whenever we talk and it is connected to indicate the speaker about the time, we use time prepositions. And the non-time is which is not connected to the time. These are the two different types. Anyway, it's a small list. Non-time prepositions, these are around 30 to 40. I will just read it out, all about the non-time prepositions. Okay. On is a non-time preposition. At, over, above, into, out of, upon, down, in, onto, below, under, beyond, across, between, behind, of, through, by, with, before, in front of, beside, not besides. Again, don't get confused with besides. Besides is totally different from beside. Okay, beside, after, up to, from. TO2, it's a very important preposition. TO2, it is the nut bolts of English. Okay, I will be discussing about two. It's an infinite, and we have a class on two. It's it's also when you would be listening to this class, you will really think that how it's only two-letter word, and this word takes care of the total making the language firm. It makes the language firm. So we will be discussing about two also, no problem. TO2, FOR for around and round. Around, AROUND, and round, ROUND. Towards, inside, within, without, outside, beneath, underneath, against, and OF off, and OF off. See, these are the non-time prepositions, and as an example, I will be touching two or three prepositions so that you understand what exactly I want to tell you about prepositions. One is the preposition, second is the condition, during which conditions or while or when we use it. And the third one is an example. Like on, the condition of on is touch and support. Touch and support. Example, the TV is on the table, or the book is on the table, the pen is on the table. The condition is touch and support. And at. We also say at. In the non-time, we use at. Again, this is used in a time preposition also. we will be discussing how it occurs in the time preposition. At, it has got four conditions. One is exact position. Second is proximity. Proximity. Third is relatively smaller. And the fourth one is specifying some street, or while you are telling your address, writing your address, you use this at. Now the examples I will give you for all these four conditions of at. He fainted at the end of his journey. Suppose he has gone to, say, Jaipur, Rajasthan. We can say that he fainted at the end of the journey. That means it is exact position. And now proximity. The students are at the gate. We can't say near the gate. We have to say at the gate. The watchman is at the gate. Okay? That is proximity. Then relatively smaller. For that also we use at. And he lives at a small village. He lives at a small village in Lucknow. We cannot say he lives in a small village. We say he lives at a small village in Lucknow. Or for that matter, we say he lives at Chandni Chowk in Delhi. That I think now you could understand. Or anything, you must be from different cities, urban areas. So at is the specified place where you live, which is smaller than that particular town or city or metropolitan, whatever it is. Okay. And now coming to the next one is, now the other one is over. It's a preposition in the non-time, over. The condition is contactless vertical position. Like it doesn't contact, it is a vertical position. Like we may say that the aeroplane flew over the tall building, because it didn't touch it. There we use over. And there are other forms also. The whole game is over. That is different again. When coming to prepositions, we are exclusively dealing with prepositions. In fact, a word in English has got many meanings. For example, set, S-C-T, it has got around 29 meanings as a verb, and as a preposition it has got 10 or 15 usages in prepositions. So let us not get confused. We are only concentrating on the prepositions today. So over means contactless vertical position. The cat jumped over the table. In this case, when you have to tell somebody or you want to describe, express something, the cat jumped over the table without hitting the milk cane or milk bottle or whatever it is. That means it didn't touch. So in this particular, at this situations like this when occur and you want to express it, you use over. Okay. Then above. Above is a preposition. The condition is higher level and also beyond in degree. Higher level and beyond in degree. Okay. That is the condition. Okay. So the temple is above the river. Higher level. The temple is above the level, above the river. And higher level, you can say the principal is above all. The principal of the school is above all. It's a higher level. So that is how you have to use, you can use. Then coming to into. Into means, again we always use into. So let us know the condition of into. What is the condition? When we have to use into. The condition is going from one area into an adjacent area. Going from one area into an adjacent area. Suppose there is a well and there is an adjacent area around the well also. So suppose a boy jumps into the well. So he will not, dive from the sky and go into the well. He has to be at an adjacent area and then go into the well, that is the other area. So in such a situation, we use into. So for example's sake, let us say the man jumped into the well. When once you know the condition, you can very well use these prepositions according to the situation, according to the eventuality, isn't it? Then coming to out of. Out of is also a preposition. Going away from some. And taken away from some, out of 100. I had taken few mangoes out of the basket, like that, it's out of, okay? So the team went out of the pool. The team went out of the pool, or the team went out of the ground. So the condition is going away from. And upon. It's also a nice preposition, upon. We always say he went up, went up. Now let us see how precisely we can use upon for a situation which we will be now trying to know. Upon is movement from down to up, and from up to down, and making a contact. Either there is a movement from an upper place to the down place, or from down to the upper place and making a contact. Like suppose the cat is on the attic and it jumps upon you. Then you say the cat jumped upon the small baby, or the cat jumped upon the cup of milk and spilt it, like that. So if from an upper place it has gone to a lower place, or vice versa, from a lower place also it has jumped and touched it. It must touch also at the same time, okay? And the next one is I and in. In is always present position inside. He is in the house, he is in the class, he is in the house, he is in the class, present position in. I am in trouble. This is how that in, is used on such conditions, during these conditions. The child lay in the cradle. The child lay in the cradle. In. Okay? Then into. Sorry. Onto. Onto. When on, TO2. This is a preposition. And the condition is continuous movement with stops in the middle. The continuation movement is there. Like, for example, the mountaineering team, they are on to the Mount Everest. Like they won't run continuously and then put the national flag on the peak of Mount Everest. They will rest. They will then, after few hours, again they will start their journey. Or you are going to a temple. For example, our Balaji temple is there in Tirupati, around 3,600 steps. We just cannot go run and go. We have to, we wait at certain places which is provided by the Devasthanam, and then we walk ahead. That is the condition when you use onto, he's onto. And again we say he's onto something, mischief. Because at one stretch he will not do it, isn't it? Or abruptly he will not do it. Mischief means gradually he will plan, do this, that. Then you say he's onto something, like that. Then below, lower level. Below is lower level, either physically lower level or in an abstract sense also he is below. He is below the superintendent. It's an abstract sense. Or below in a physical condition, and geographically also, if you have to talk, you can use this below. And there are some more non-time prepositions. In the next class, I will cut short certain explanations also. But why I explain, because for some, it may be like they might not understand immediately, so I give small examples, and that's the reason why it is causing little concern, or it is a little lengthy, it becomes little lengthy. But in the next class we will see that it is abridged, made shorter also. so that you also don't feel monotonous. Okay, bye then. Bye all of you.